Welcome to Deck Construction, the second course in the Bulletproof Pitch curriculum. There are 7 modules in this course. We will start with why most decks fail. If you've been through Course A, you already know what investors are evaluating. Now, we are going to talk about the tool they evaluate it through, your deck, and why most of them fail before an investor finishes the first pass. Here is a scenario most founders have lived through. You spend weeks on a deck. You get the design right. You refine every slide. You send it to a list of investors who seem like a fit. And then, mostly nothing happens. A few polite passes, mostly silence. No specific feedback, just no response. That silence is the most expensive outcome in fundraising, because it gives you nothing to fix. You do not know if the idea was wrong, if the market was too small, or if the deck just did not work. So you revise, send again, and wait again. The instinct when a deck is not converting is to add more explanation, more slides, more context on the technology, the market, the roadmap. The thinking is, if they understood it better, they would see what we see. That instinct is wrong. And understanding why it is wrong is the most important thing you will take from this module. Founders pitch investors like they are also founders. It comes from a genuine place. They want to show their audience why they founded the company and why others should back it too. They focus on mainly 3 things. Show the credibility of the idea by explaining how it all works. When they over-explain it, the deck looks sophisticated, but it is not clear. Show the attractiveness of the market and the business model. When they over-engineer it, the deck looks aspiring, but not compelling. Show the advantage they have against other competitors. When they overdo it, the deck becomes detailed but has no essence. The result looks impressive at first, a good-looking deck, but unfortunately not investable. What investors look for is much simpler than most founders think. They're not trying to fully understand your business. They're scanning for answers to 3 specific questions, and they're moving fast. Number 1, actionable. Do I have the information needed to act? Number 2, understandable. Do I understand it well enough? Number 3, persuasive. Do I feel persuaded enough to move forward? When a deck is over-explained, those questions get buried in detail. The investor works harder, understands less, and acts not at all. More information does not solve a clarity problem, it creates a bigger one. The data proves this. From a sample set of investors over a year, decks scoring high on clarity converted to investment more often than decks scoring high on idea attractiveness. In short, your deck has a higher chance to convert an investor if it's clear than if it is attractive. Many decks that do not get funded are not bad businesses. They're good businesses that were not communicated well enough to act on. Investors do not pass and say, I didn't understand it. They pass and say, it wasn't the right fit. But in many of those cases, the real reason is simpler. The deck did not give them enough clarity to say yes. They could not articulate the problem clearly. They could not see the business model in one read. They could not find the number that made the opportunity feel real. So they moved on. Let me show you the difference. Here is how most founders write a solution slide. We developed a polymer composite that leverages advanced material science, achieving a tensile strength of 12,000 psi at a targeted unit cost of $1 per kilogram, and meeting the quality standards of large retail customers for packaging. An investor reads this and has to work. What problem does this product solve? What is the business? Who will pay for this? The slide described the technology and answered none of the investor's questions. The pitch is therefore not actionable. It fails to answer key questions investors have. It is not understandable. What do these numbers even mean? It is not persuasive. The outcome is vague and not compelling. Here is the same company rewritten through the Bulletproof lens. We are raising $10 million to scale our plant-based packaging material. It is 100% compostable, 25% stronger, and 10% cheaper than plastic. 12 mid-sized retailers tested it. All 12 agreed to deploy. It's actionable. The investors know what the product replaces and for whom. It's understandable. No jargon, 3 numbers that tell the whole story. It's persuasive. The proof is in the last sentence, and it removes the adoption objection before it is raised. Nothing changed about the company. Everything changed about how the investor experienced it. That transformation applied to every one of the slides in your deck is what this course builds. Here are the bulletproof principles for a winning pitch. One that is actionable, understandable, and persuasive. It needs structure, content, and delivery. Structure that answers the key questions. Content that tells a coherent and clear story. Delivery that evokes the right emotion. A bulletproof pitch tops all 3. Its structure is solid, content is memorable, and delivery is inspiring. You can get the 12-step formula for free on our website. The link is below this video. Navigate to each of the 12-step formula on our website and scroll through the slides to learn more about each step. You will also find a link below the video for the recommended startup pitch outline. This is a list of slides that investors usually look for. The table has the bulletproof pitch recommendation on the left, followed by slides recommended by popular investors and accelerators globally. The bulletproof principles reframes what a winning pitch needs to do. The 12-step formula redefines the rules of the game. The startup pitch outline is the structure to start with. All of this is available as free resources on our website. Applying them to build your own winning deck is the execution framework, what we cover in this course, Deck Construction. We will start with the narrative architecture, the anchor message that every slide is designed to serve. The opening gates set up the cover, define the problem, and present the solution. The opportunity block covers market sizing, the timing argument, and the business model. The proof block presents your traction, your team, and your competition. The close handles financials, the ask, and use of funds. Bulletproof Score is the self-scoring mechanism that evaluates the slides you build and surfaces any issues, so you can work towards finalizing a winning pitch deck. So let's build it.